everybody. My name is Zohri Chaudhary, and today we'll talk about outdoor air quality. So, what causes outdoor air pollution? The main cause of outdoor air pollution is combustion of fuel, as well as weather conditions such as inversions and transport. So, combustion is essentially the process of burning the fuel, and fuel is mostly composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, or CHO, in various ratios. And when this burns, we release carbon dioxide and water vapor as well as energy. The energy is what we utilized, and carbon dioxide and water vapor gets released into the environment. And as we probably already know, these are also greenhouse gases. Beside this, the product of combustion, we also produce the products of incomplete combustion. Not all combustions is complete, so with the help of oxygen, we are able to complete the reaction. But sometimes, and many times, when the combustion process, you don't have enough oxygen to be able to burn the fuel very efficiently. So we produce products of incomplete combustion such as carbon monoxide, particulate matter such as soot, hydrocarbons, and many other chemicals. Air pollution can be natural, anthropogenic, as well as primary and secondary in nature. Natural means air pollution that comes from nature, such as dust or volcanic eruptions. Anthropogenic would be all sources that are anthropogenic, such as industrial emissions, mobile emissions, or emissions coming from like a fireplace. This would be all anthropogenic types of emissions. Primary and secondary, on the other hand, it's how the pollution is it's coming directly, how the pollution is generated directly. Primary pollutants typically come directly from the source, whereas secondary is a transformation process between primary to primary, with primary and primary together to give you a secondary, or primary with other types of pollutant or processes that leads to secondary pollution. So some example of primary air pollutants are shown in here. So carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, they directly come from the burning of fuel. Same as sulfur dioxide, they typically come mostly from stationary power plants, and then nitrogen oxide and nitrogen dioxide come from combustion process that are at high temperature, and then mostly hydrocarbons and other particles that are all coming from the combustion process or many other processes that are out there. So primary pollutant can also come from natural sources directly. If the pollutant is coming directly from the source, then it's primary. On the other hand, secondary pollutants is typically a chemical reaction between primary pollutants, or pollutants that are in one form, they can be transformed into another form, and that new form could be a secondary pollutant. So it's a transformation process. So for example, in here, sulfur dioxide with the help of oxygen becomes sulfur trioxide, which in turn turns into sulfuric acid. Nitrogen oxide and nitrogen dioxide with the help of water vapor turns into nitric oxide. So this transformation from primary to secondary, it's what the product is. It's a secondary pollutant. Meteorology plays a big role in air pollution. We may have a place where is the source area. In this case, we have forest fires. However, because of meteorology, especially wind, you can have this source of natural air pollution that can contaminate further downwind in an urban area. On the other hand, you can have industrialized urban areas such as the one shown in here, with a lot of transport and a lot of emissions from industrial sources that can be emitted in one place, but then the wind can transport it further away into rural agricultural areas and cause significant air pollution over there. Rain is another way where air pollution can be deposited. So when it rains, pollution from the air goes into the water and contaminates the water body. So here we can see essentially the different types of meteorology and how meteorology affects air pollution. Another very important meteorological condition is the temperature inversion or the inversion layer. In here we can see air pollution that is getting generated, and it's all kind of stuck close to the ground. you have cleaner air on the top but polluted air on the bottom. This layer is known as the inversion layer. Typically, it happens during the evening time and night time, going up to early morning. As the sun rises, the temperature becomes warmer and the inversion layer breaks apart, and the pollutant can start mixing with the upper air all over again. Inversion layer essentially concentrate the pollution near the ground, and typically you can have two main situations, one to the left and one to the right. So cold, cloudy weather in a valley surrounded by mountains can trap air pollutants, and this is how an inversion layer can be created in a mountainous areas located in a valley. Or on the right, where areas with sunny climate, such as in Southern California, and light winds, with mountains on three sides and ocean on one side, are susceptible also to inversion. So you have ocean breeze in here that transports the pollution, you have the mountain all around in here, and as a result inversion layer can arise and causing the pollution to be trapped close to the ground. Let's do some quick concept check. Which of the following is not a natural source of air pollution? They're all natural sources of air pollution. Windblown dust, volcanic eruption, sea salt coming from the ocean, as well as forest fires are all natural sources of air pollution. Which of the following is not a secondary air pollutant? C. Carbon monoxide. Nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and ozone, they are all secondary air pollution. Carbon monoxide is a primary air pollutant. That's all. Thank